Let's be real. Let's keep it raw. You are not stuck because you don't know what is wrong. Many people are stuck because complaining has become easier than changing. Did you just hear what I just said? If I can just complain about it, I ain't really got to change. Yeah, that is what's going on. I'm just saying. You know what the problem is. You know what keeps hurting you. You know what keeps draining you. Just listen to what I'm saying and you're going to catch it tonight. You know what needs to be addressed. Okay? Yeah, you know all these things. Yep. You know all these things. You know what decisions that you keep avoiding. You know what habit that you need to break. You even be knowing the conversations that you don't need to be having or the conversations that you do need to be having. And the thing, as an adult, you also be knowing the boundary that you need to set. And many of us as adults, as grown people, we know the exact move that we should make. But instead of changing, instead of changing, guess what you do? Just guess what you do. Some of us just keep complaining. And then after a while, complaining does not just become something they do. Complaining becomes who you are. Every conversation, it turns negative, and then every situation turns into a problem. Every room becomes a place to vent. Every solution, when somebody gives you the solution, and then when you know the solution, it gets rejected. And then now, because you have become a complainer, and this is your identity, every blessing gets overlooked. Every opportunity that comes your way, it becomes another reason to complain. And tonight, I want to deal with that. Yeah, I want to deal with that tonight. Because complaining may give you temporary relief, but it will not give you transformation. Did you just hear what I just said? I want you to write that one down. Please write that one down, because I don't want you to miss this, because you come to therapy every night, and it's my job to be able to give you something that's going to transform your life. But I want you to catch this, because complaining, when you complain, it may give you temporary relief, but it will not give you transformation. Yeah. I'm just saying. Complaining may feel like you feel heard, but that's only for a moment. But it will not heal what you keep refusing to confront. I'm just saying. I'm just telling you the truth. Complaining may get people to feel sorry for you. Oh, girl, I feel so bad for you. You going through life. I'm just saying. Bro, hey, man, I understand what's going on with you, dog. I feel bad for you, man. I got $5 for you, man. You can't get home. I got $5, man. You ain't got no gas. I got $2.50. I can buy a gallon, man. I'm sorry. See, complaining, it may get people to feel sorry for you. But it does not build the life you keep saying you won't. I'm just saying. Maybe, just maybe. I'm just saying. This is real life. Tonight, we're going to talk about this. And again, those of you that's just now coming in, what I want you to do, if you are rocking with me and I've said something that you can relate to, or if you know a complainer, somebody who complains, or if maybe you was complaining, I want you to type 2 words in the comments. I want you to type no more. No more. And so many of us, you be singing this song talking about, I won't complain. Y'all be in church line. You went to church. If y'all heard that song in church today, somebody was in church line. I won't complain. Cause you know that long song. Now, a lot of y'all probably wasn't raised. You probably didn't hear the song. Do anybody know that song I'm talking about? They go to church and they sing this song that used to be very popular back in the day. I won't complain. Boy, I used to be saying when I got a little old, I'd be like, boy, hey, my mama used to be trying to lip sync. I'd be like, what, mama, you just lying right now. Cause you know good and well you be complaining, baby. I won't complain. No, you be complaining. I'm just saying, we all guilty. We all guilty. I want you to take a moment and definitely share this live. Let everybody know that we're live tonight. Our goal is definitely going to be 500,000 tonight, 500,000 likes tonight for sure. But I want to get this, take a moment right now while you're sharing, tap that screen. If you're rocking with me tonight, tap that screen for me. They say tapping is clapping. Okay, they say tapping is clapping. They say tapping is clapping. Yeah, I'm just saying. I like to set things clear in the beginning. This is not about silencing people who are actually hurting. Don't think that I'm talking to you if you're actually going through something in your life. This conversation ain't got nothing to do with that, okay? This ain't got nothing to do with that at all. This ain't about telling people they cannot express the pain that they feel. Nope, I'm not talking about that. Before you run off and you come in and you be like, I can't believe he's telling people that they can't have any opinion. No, that's not what I'm saying. So don't come on here talking about, I can't. No, that's not what I'm saying. Come on now. I'm not trying to tell you that life is easy. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what this therapy session is about tonight. This is not about pretending that everybody has the same resources or the same support or the same strength or opportunities. That's not what I'm talking about. Because I know and you know that some people carry real pain. You understand what I'm saying? Some people, they carry real pain. Some people are dealing with real issues. Some people right now that are on here, you are dealing with grief, you're dealing with betrayal, you're dealing with disappointment, sickness, family issues. Some of you have financial stress right now, relationship problems. Some of you are just mentally exhausted. But tonight, this is not about shaming people for being human. There is a difference between expressing pain and becoming addicted to complaining. Did you know that? I'm just saying, maybe you may not know it. Maybe you never knew it. There is a difference between expressing pain and becoming addicted to complaining. There is a difference between saying, I am hurt and refusing to heal. There is a difference between saying this is hard and you using hard as a reason to never move. Do you know anybody like that? If you know somebody like that, drop a 100 in the comments. If you know somebody right now like that, drop a 100 in the comments. There is a difference between venting for release and complaining as a lifestyle. Did you just hear what I just said? I'm just saying, yo. I'm just saying. There is a difference. Now, I understand when you want to vent to people and you want to release, there's some real issues going on with you and you just want to release. I get it. I'm not talking about that. But when complaining becomes your lifestyle, you wake up complaining. Every day you do something, you complaining. Every day, like literally every day, this is what you do. It becomes your lifestyle. There is a difference between needing support from somebody and needing everybody to agree with your excuses. I'm just saying, see, this is a hard conversation we're going to have tonight. I don't want you to miss this. I want to give you an opportunity to share this with a family member, share this with a friend, share this with a loved one. This is therapy session tonight. Tonight, I'm not attacking pain. I'm attacking the pattern that keeps pain in control. Catch what I'm saying? Tonight, I'm attacking the pattern that keeps pain in control. Because some people, you don't need another person to listen to your complaint. No. Some people, you just got to have the courage to change the cycle. I want you to write this down real quick. Write this down real quickly. There is a difference between expressing pain and building a personality around the problem. Write that down. I don't want you to miss that. You may need it later. Yeah. Ooh, we finna get started tonight. Let me close these browsers down. Let me close these browsers down. I'm just saying, we talking about something that is very key tonight. I'm telling you, it's very key. I want to talk about the real pain, right? The real pain. Therapy, we have to deal with the pain and we have to become aware of it. Maybe you're not aware. So I don't want you to miss this. Maybe you are just a complainer and you're not aware of the damage that it costs you. Just maybe. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe you are just that person and you just don't know. And I understand. And that's why you have to have a language for this. Some people have complained for so long that they do not know who they are without a problem to talk about. I'm just saying. Listen to what I'm saying and it's going to make sense. And you have to have a high vibration to understand this. Some people, they complain so much that without nothing to complain, with not nothing to talk about, they ain't got nothing to talk about. They ain't got nothing to talk about. Do you know anybody like this? Do you know anybody in your family like this right now? Do you know anybody in your family? They've been complaining for so long that if they not complaining, they ain't got nothing to talk about. I told you I can't make this stuff up. They do not know how to sit in peace. Some people that do this, they don't know how to enjoy good moments. They don't know how to celebrate progress. They don't know how to receive help without finding a reason why it will not work. I'm just talking about the life of a complainer right now. And many of us, we have this issue in ourselves to where we complain a lot. And we never do anything about it. But I'm talking about the person right now who's a complainer and it have become your lifestyle. Yeah. You don't know how to be around people without bringing up what is wrong. You don't know how to feel seen unless you're explaining to somebody what hurts you. And you know what? That is painful. It is. It's painful. It's deep. This is very deep because some complaining becomes a way to ask for attention. So you may not know why you like to complain. I'm giving you some game tonight. Maybe nobody ever talked to you and set you down and told you the dangers of complaining, but that's what we're going to do tonight. Sometimes complaining becomes a way to feel important. When somebody always knows that you have the tea to talk about and your life is so tea and you feel important because everybody gets to talk about your business. Sometimes complaining becomes a way to avoid responsibility. I know a lot of men right now, this is what they do. A lot of men, I'm sorry, bro, I have to throw you under the bus right now. what you do is anytime you don't want to be responsible for something, you find ways to complain about it. It's always an excuse. It's always an excuse why you didn't try this new thing. I just didn't like that new person, man. That's why I didn't stay, and that's why I didn't do this, because I don't feel like that's man, and they complain about it. Instead of complaining about it, I'm just saying sometimes complaining becomes a way to stay connected to people. There used to be friendships that I used to have. It was built on the friendship was built, I'm not joking, the friendship was built on just complaining. And that was the way that we stayed connected. We was like, and that's what happens in today's world right now. That's what's going on with a lot of, I'm sorry, sis. Sometimes you don't got nothing to talk about with your friend unless you complaining with her about something. Sometimes complaining becomes a way to protect yourself from the fear of trying and falling fast. So instead of you trying it and you're so afraid, what you do is you complain because you're so fearful of trying and failing. So complaining, it becomes a way to protect you. Complaining is a way out. Many of you have complained of why you didn't start that new business. You have complained about why you haven't started a podcast. You have complained about why you haven't started a clothing line. You have been complaining because in reality, you are fearful. You don't want to fall. It's like, because if I complain, I do not have to change. If I complain, I ain't gotta really explain too much. If I complain, I ain't got to confront nothing. If I complain, I ain't got to decide. I can just complain about it. There's people right now, you complain about real estate and getting into the stock market. You would say stuff like this: the stock market is too high right now. It's too risky. And I just, you complain about a market you know nothing about. You complain about real estate you know nothing about, instead of confronting it. See, some people, if you complain, you ain't got to decide. You ain't got to decide. If I complain, I do not have to take full responsibility. If I complain, I do not have to admit that I have more power than I have been using. I want to take a break there. Do you know that you have more power in you that you've been using? Did you know that your brain could be way more powerful than it is? Did you know that you are a lot stronger than you are? Do you know that right now there is another level in you? Right now, you're not using 100% of you. Right now, you're not giving everything 100% that you know you can do. You're not. But it's like, if I can complain about it, I ain't got to admit that I didn't really try my best. If I can complain, if I can find something to complain about that didn't go right with school, I can say, I ain't got to worry about the rest, because guess what? I got a way out. And I got to be honest, many of us right now, we use a complaint as a way out. And that is where people get stuck. There's women that come to me and you say, Mark, how do I build a new identity after leaving a man that I've been with for so many years? Don't get stuck in complaining. That is a tip for you. That is a tip for you. How do I start over building a new identity? Don't get stuck in the stain of complaining. I got to complain about everything that I don't have. I got to complain about this. I used to be here. This is the thing. I used to complain to God. I used to say, God, look what you're doing. Look what you have given me to work with. Look this. You ain't giving me. God told me, he clearly gave me a dream and was like, you need to use what I told you to use. Use what I gave you. You make all these excuses about why you can't do nothing. There's people that have less that do more than you. Let me tell you something right now. You say you don't save money because your bills is too high. But guess what? There's people who make less money than you who don't complain. And guess what? They in a better situation than you. I'm just saying complaining is what people get stuck. And this is very painful. It's very painful. And it's not because you don't have other options. It's because complaining has become more comfortable than courage. Complaining becomes more comfortable than courage. I want you to write this down real quick. I want you to write this down real quick. Some people are not addicted to the problem. They are addicted to the attention that the problem gives them. Yeah. Write that down real quick. Some people are not addicted to the problem. They are addicted to the attention that the problem gives them. Yeah, we talking tonight. I know I haven't been on in a long time on Sunday night, but we gonna build what we do back up. Yeah. I was live last night for the first time. This is my first time doing 7 days straight. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But I want you to drop one word if this is hitting something in you. If there's something in you that you've been complaining about, I want you to do me a favor, be honest with yourself, and drop one word. And that one word is change. CHANGE. Drop that word for me. Drop that word for me. If I'm talking to you right now and you have been a complainer, this is therapy session, and I want you to be honest with yourself about what I'm talking about tonight. If you are a person to say that you never complain about nothing and you know blah 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 blah, I you know what? Come on now. You know good and well we be complaining. So I want you to do me a favor and just drop one word for me. If this is hitting something in you, maybe it's hitting somebody you know, drop the word change. This is therapy session tonight. This is Sunday night alignment. We getting ourselves aligned up for the next week. Because if you haven't figured out by now that time is moving so fast, have you figured this out yet? Time is really moving fast. And if you don't change, you may never get to your purpose. You may never get to your purpose if you don't change. I want to give you something to really think about here. Psychological expression. I want to explain, why complaining can become so comfortable. Let me tell you something. When you complain, it gives what you call an emotional release without requiring an action. Complaining gives you emotional release. When you complain about something, you feel like you already did something because you talked about it. Did you just hear what I just said? Now, maybe you didn't understand this, or maybe you haven't understood this, but I'm giving you free game tonight. Listen to what I'm saying, because this is deep. This is serious. When you complain, you feel like you already did something about it. You feel lighter for a moment. You feel heard for a moment. You feel like what you had to say got validated for a moment. You start to feel like somebody finally understands you. You do, for a moment, you do. I'm just saying. You do. You do. But then nothing changes. And guess what? The problem is still there. The pattern is still there. The habit is still there. The relationship is still unhealthy. The boundary, it's still not set. The decision is still being delayed. I'm just saying. The discipline is still missing. Even though you're doing all of this complaining to people and telling people about things and this and blah, 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 I like to say, it just is what it is. The conversation still is avoided. And because nothing changed, right? Guess what? You have to complain again. I want you to listen to what I'm saying, because this is key for you. This is going to revolutionize the way you think. Complaining becomes a real cycle. It does. Something happens and then you complain. You feel relief. You avoid action. Nothing changes. Then you complain again. And after a while, your nervous system, yes, your nervous system that people talk so much about, it starts choosing the familiar relief of complaining over uncomfortable work of changing. Did you just hear what I just said? I'm talking about your nervous system. After a while, your nervous system starts choosing, let me choose the relief that is in complaining, because that feels better than facing this thing, because facing it or changing is uncomfortable, and that causes me too much work. Let me tell you something. Did you know that change requires discomfort? Did you know that change requires you to be responsible about something? Change requires honesty and discipline and humility. When you talk about, I want to change, you've been complaining about something for so long, right? Change requires you to stop blaming everything outside of you and start dealing with what is happening inside of you. This is why complaining is so dangerous. This is why complaining can feel easier than changing. Now, let's be honest. Let's be real grown here. This is therapy tonight. Do complaining feel easier than changing? All I want you to do is put a yes or no in the comments. That's it. Put a yes or no in the comments. That's it. That's it. Yeah, put a yes or no in the comments. Do complaining feel easier than changing? Yeah. See, I'm glad I'm talking to a people that can honestly be honest with themselves in therapy tonight, because the only way we are going to ever change and become better for our generation and for our children and for our friends and for our family, we have to be willing to tell the truth. Because complaining lets you release emotion. This is what I want you to pay attention to. You don't miss this, because if you've been a complainer, this is good for you. If you've been a complainer while trying to rebuild your life, this is good for you. So you don't want to miss this and go do something else that is not going to add value to you. This therapy session is committed to changing the way that you think and changing your perspective. Let me tell you something. Psychologically, complaining, right? It lets you release emotion. It does. But change, it requires you to become a different person. It requires you to become somebody that you're not right now. I want you to write this down real quick for my note takers. Complaining gives you a release, but change gives you results. Complaining gives you release, but change gives you results. I want to give you something to think about really quickly before I go far. I'm getting to 7 points tonight that's going to help you defeat this. So you don't want to miss this. I'm going to give you 7 points tonight that's going to help you defeat what I'm talking about, okay? But I want you to sit with this, and I want you to think about something very quickly. Complaining without change. Let's say you always complaining and you are in a house and this house is cold. Let's say you are in a house and this house is freezing. This house is cold. Yeah. And talking about how cold, all you're doing is talking about how cold it is. You do. But you never get up to close the window. It's negative 10 outside. and the house is so cold, and all you do is talk about how cold it is, but you never get up. You get on your phone and you say, man, it's so cold in here. Girl, it's so cold in this house. Woo! But the window is open. The house is freezing. Then you be complaining, I cannot believe how cold it is in here. Can you believe it, Johnny? Johnny just ignoring you because he like, look, you know what you got to do. Johnny saying, you know what you got to do. But hey, then you say this, nobody just understands how cold I am right now. I am so tired of being cold. And people come over and they tell you, do you ever close the window? Just imagine you in the house and it's cold in there and the window is open, and somebody finally comes over to your house one day and you complain to them like, I just don't understand why it's so cold in here. Yeah. Then they say, did you ever close that window? And you say, no, I ain't closed the window, but it's cold though. They say, this is what they tell you. Well, did you turn the heat on? Then you say, no, I ain't turned the heat on. But you still don't understand how cold it is, though. It's super cold. Then they say, well, did you put on a coat? Linda, I hear everything you're saying, Linda, but did you put on a coat? Then Linda say, no. I just need somebody to listen. Now listen. There is nothing wrong with acknowledging that it is cold. But at some point, you have to ask yourself, am I ready to do something about the window? Because some people are not lying about the pain. They're not. It may really do hurt. It may really be frustrating. It may really be heavy. But the problem is they keep describing what they refuse to address. For my note takers, I want you to write this down for me real quick. Real quick, write this down for me. At some point, you have to stop explaining how cold it is and close the window. Yeah. And you're going to remember exactly what we're talking about tonight. I want to give you some truth about yourself, and I want to give you some truth about life, and I want to give you some truth in this therapy session tonight that I want you to make sure you don't miss. Your life will not change just because you can explain what is wrong. Listen to what I'm saying. This is going to help you tonight. I promise you this is going to help you tonight. Your life will not change just because you can explain what is wrong. Your life changes when your response changes. See, you can explain the problem perfectly and still stay stuck. Yeah, you can. You can describe the pain and you can describe it clearly. And then you say to yourself, well, I'm still not healing. I can tell you I'm telling you what I'm feeling, but I'm still not healing. You can tell your story over and over and still not move. Did you just hear what I just said? Let me back up a minute. Some people, you've been talking about this pain and you know what to do to get rid of the pain. You know what you can do right now, but instead of changing and working on yourself to really deal with the pain, you do nothing. You do nothing. You do absolutely nothing. And you won't heal when you don't do nothing. You tell everybody the story over and over again, and you still don't move. You get people to understand you. You do. And you still not free. Let me tell you this, and this is the major cause that I don't want you to miss. This is because clarity without action becomes frustration. Write this down. Please write this down. Please. Clarity without action becomes frustration. Truth without you moving becomes frustrated. You're so frustrated. Oh, you don't believe me, right? I know you don't believe me. I know. But it's okay. It's okay. Maybe somewhere in your mind you don't understand. But if you just look at your life and just be truthful about it, what have you been? You know the truth. You know the truth about it. But you never moved. Why do you think people get older and they're so frustrated with their life? Have you ever heard of midlife crisis? Because all these years you knew what could get you to the bag and you didn't do it. And you become frustrated with yourself. All these years that you knew that I needed to change, I had the truth to change, but I didn't do it, Mark. And now you're so frustrated. Did you know that don't really have to continue? And another thing, awareness without responsibility becomes another excuse. When you know better, but you don't have the responsibility, it just becomes another excuse for you. Man, I remember as a little kid, my dad would tell me, boy, I'm so tired of your excuses. I had more excuses than a pregnant woman. I'm serious. I get in trouble. Why you do this, son? Because once he told me to explain myself, I started always explaining myself. Yeah. I was a classroom clown. My daddy used to be like, why you going in there and passing gas in class? What's wrong with you, boy? I get his brother a whole excuse. Well, Dad, we was taught that if you don't let it out, it can mess you up, man. And so, after a while, it didn't work no more. I'm just saying, I'm just being real with you right now. Awareness without responsibility, it just becomes another excuse. And another thing, pain without movement, guess what that becomes? Guess what that becomes? Now, this is going to mess you up. Pain without movement becomes prison. Listen to what I just said. Please, stop what you're doing. Lock in. Pain without movement becomes a prison. It does. When you look at your relationships, right, and you know that you're in so much pain, the worst thing you can do is sit in your misery because you're going to be in prison. The worst thing you can do is not go to that gym. The worst thing you can do is sit down and I'm just saying, pain without movement becomes prison. There's many of you right now, all you do is deal with your pain, but you do nothing. You don't move towards nothing. And you wonder why your life is you're stuck in prison. I'm explaining to you what is going on right now. This is why this is therapy session. And if you rocking with me tonight, and if you understand what I'm saying right now, if you really get what I'm saying, what I want you to do is drop some 100s in the comments. If I'm saying something tonight that is good, maybe there was something with you, and maybe right now in your life, you might be in prison because of a pain that you don't want to move with. You don't want to move. This is what therapy does. It unlocks things in your mind. It unlocks things in your heart. It unlocks things in your soul because you think that you know everything, but when you really find out, you don't. You don't know everything. Nobody do. I'm just saying, some people have became professional at explaining why they are stuck. You tell a woman, hey, why are you still there, baby? She became a professional at being stuck. Yes, she can explain and she talk about everybody else, but you'll notice you don't often talk about yourself. You don't do that. You talk about everything else. Some people have become professional explainers. You probably could be a good lawyer. I'm just saying. You can tell everything. Yeah. They can tell you who hurt them. They can tell you what happened. They can tell you why life is so hard. Yeah, they become good. They can tell you who did not support them. They can tell you what is so unfair. I just don't understand, bro. It's just, life is really hard, it's not fair. Yeah. They can tell you why they are tired. But they cannot tell you what they are going to do differently. And that is the shift that we're going to talk about tonight. We're not just talking about what is wrong. We are asking, what are you going to change? What are you going to confront? What are you going to stop repeating? What are you going to take responsibility for? We're all adults. What are you going to do with the pain besides keep talking about it? Write this down for my note takers real quick. Write this down. For my note takers, I want you to write this down for me. At some point, your healing has to become louder than your complaint. Write that down. Golden Heart, I see you. She says, oh God. Yeah. At some point, your healing has to become louder than your complaint. Write that down. Put that in your notes in your phone. Please put that in your notes in your phone. At some point, my healing has to become louder than my complaints. There's many people right now, you so loud with your complaints. You so loud about how this one done you, and you stuck because you've been doing it for years. Some of you stay in addictions because all you do is complain why you need it. Your complaint has become louder than your healing. Some people say, I got to have it because, man, my life is blah, 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 and this, and this is, when this person did this to me, and when that, at some point, your healing has to become louder than your complaint. I'm just saying. Tonight, I'm going to give you 7 points tonight, okay? Tonight, I'm going to give you 7 points tonight. These are 7 points, right, that I'm going to give you tonight. These points are going to help you recognize when complaining has become your identity. Yes, I'm preparing tonight to give you 7 points. You're going to need these. I want you to challenge yourself, and I want you to share these with somebody. Right now, you can share this live with somebody. We're getting ready to go into these 7 points. Do me a favor. This is therapy. And if we can heal our world together, each one we gonna reach one. You might not be able to teach people, but because you share it, you're gonna reach somebody. Maybe you're not sending people no messages throughout the day. Maybe if somebody asks you, when the last time have you blessed somebody with something? You can say, I blessed them with a good therapy session that maybe they need to hear. So take a moment right now and just share this live tonight. Just share this live tonight, because we are talking about something that is life-changing. We should make some noise tonight. We should make some noise as a family, as a team, as a community about complaining. But these 7 points that I'm about to get ready to give you, they are going to help you separate real pain from repeated negativity. Yes, these 7 points. They're going to be powerful. Also, what I want you to do is take, after you sharing and you done shared this thing a few times, I want you to go ahead and tap that screen. I want to be at 250K likes before we start point number 1. Do me a favor right now and tap that screen for me. If I'm saying something tonight that is healing you, if I'm saying something tonight that is good for you, help me out tonight and definitely like this screen. Like it. To tap, 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 tap. Tapping is clapping. Also, these 7 points tonight, they're going to help you stop using complaints as a substitute for courage. Many people don't move in life because they don't move. They don't move because they complain. They complain and they complain and they complain. But we're going to give you some tips tonight that's going to help you. These 7 tips are also going to help you move from talking about what is wrong to doing something different. So these 7 points is powerful. I'm telling you right now, they are powerful. They are going to change your life. So look, we at 190. We almost at 200. Go ahead and tap that screen for me tonight. Yeah, because we got a lot to talk about. Hey, Red Bone Chick. She said, hey, Mark. Hey, girl. Yeah. Coach, I see you got a word that says proactive. I love to be proactive. I love to be preemptive. That means I like to do things before it get done back. You understand? Yeah, preemptive. I'm just saying. We're talking about something and we're dealing with this complaining thing that has become a sickness. And see, I can talk about this because guess what? I've been here too. I've been the complainer. I've been the one who I would complain more than anybody. They say, Mark, why you ain't fixed your credit yet? Oh man, because I ain't really got time to look into that. Man. Yeah, they used to say one of my biggest excuses was I can't find nobody to do it. And then everybody I keep hearing, bro, just blah, blah, blah. And the whole time I would just complain. I became a professional complainer about why I didn't do something. And then the bad part about it, I'm complaining about why I didn't do it. And then I'm complaining about having bad credit. It's like in life, man, we really live a life that we have to be taught. And some things you think that you should know, but we don't know. Some things your parents don't know. Some things your granny don't know. Some things your uncles and your aunties, they still confused about. You want me to tell you why I know why? Because right now they still complaining about things they should have done 30 years ago. They complaining about things right now they should have done years ago. One of the worst things I can't stand is when a man come to me and tell me, right? He complains about not being able to get creative enough to get out here and get that bag. No, big dog, tell the truth. It ain't got nothing to do with what your record is. Quit complaining about the record and get out here and be an entrepreneur. Do you know how many entrepreneurs I know that got charges? And they get out here and they grind. See, complaining becomes your scapegoat. Well, if I can just complain about this and complain about that, complain about how the system is unfair. There's many people, I'm sorry, I gotta bust a few bubbles right now. You go around and you lie to people and you complain about not having enough because of your race. This is 2026. Instead of, okay, if you feel like that, move on a different job. Try something different. Move to a different environment. You go around here, you complain, but you don't want to handle the truth. You don't want to do nothing about it. Many people you complain, I'm tired of living paycheck to paycheck to paycheck. I'm so sick of my boss. I'm so sick of this. But you don't do nothing, and guess what? It becomes your prison. I'm just saying this is something we have to talk about tonight as grown people. This is therapy session. This is something I'm telling you tonight that is serious. This is something that is serious. If you can relate to what I'm saying tonight, drop the word relate. I just want to know that I'm not the only one that used to live a life of complaining. I've been struggling right now with this book cover for my journal. And I've been really complaining about this thing for months. The journal has been finished. It's been finished for months. It's called the TRA, the Reset Affirmations. It is a powerful journal. And I caught myself just complaining. I tried this, it don't work. Then for a while, I wouldn't try nothing. And I say, well, why you don't have the book yet, Mark? Why isn't the journal completed? You know why? Because I keep complaining about it. I complain more than I do move towards a different thing that will work. All right. Let's see where we are with our likes right now. We had 223. Okay, so that's good enough for us. I wanted 250, but our goal tonight is 500. Let me give you point number 1. Write this down. Point number 1. Write this down. Point number 1. Complaining can be a place to hide from responsibility. Complaining can be a place that you can hide from responsibility. Okay? This one is hard, but it is true. This one is hard, but it is true. Sometimes people keep complaining because complaining keeps the focus on what happened to them instead of what they need to do next. Listen to what I'm saying. And yes, what happened, it can be real. Most of the time, the pain is real. That betrayal that happened to you, it may be real. The disappointment may be real. The unfairness may be real. But responsibility does not mean what happened was your fault. Listen to what I'm saying. Responsibility means your healing is now your assignment. Listen to what I'm saying, because see, you thought I was going somewhere else with this. But I'm talking about your assignment. Responsibility means your healing is now your assignment. Responsibility means your next decision matters. Responsibility, it means that you cannot let what happened become the reason you never become who you were supposed to be. That is responsibility. A lot of people say, they hurt me, they left me, they lied on me. They ain't even support me, big dog. They don't love me right. They don't love me. They made it too hard for me. I ain't never learned nothing. Ain't nobody ever taught me nothing. And all of that, it could be true. But the question is this: what are you going to do now? Because if you keep using the complaint to avoid the next step, the complaint, it becomes a hiding place. Write this down real quick. Write this down. I'm sorry, therapy hurts sometimes. I'm sorry. Write this down. Responsibility does not mean the pain was your fault. Listen to me. It means your healing is now your assignment. So those of you right now, you are this and you are that and you this and this did this to you. Your assignment is healing. It is resetting. It is finding a new identity. It is believing new things. It's not complaining. Your healing has to be louder than your complaining. Point number 2. Point number 2. If you like point number 1, tap that screen for me. If you like point number 1, tap that screen. Give me 30 seconds, just 30 seconds. I want that to resonate in your spirit. That's what I'm going to start doing after every point. We're going to make a moment, at least 30 seconds, to just let that resonate. And if I really did something you liked, if I really said something that was real, I'll give you an opportunity to tap that screen. Yeah. Ooh, I like what we talking about tonight. Somebody said, what is number one again? Somebody said, what is number one was complaining can become a place to hide from responsibility. Write that down. Write that down. Now don't go nowhere so don't go nowhere so you don't get lost. Okay? I don't want you to get lost. Don't go nowhere so you don't get lost. I want you to write down point number 2, because these points are definitely designed to help you grow, to help you build, to help you stop complaining so much. Okay? Point number 2. Write this down. Point number 2. Complaining gives relief, but it does not produce results. Okay? Complaining gives relief, but it does not produce results. Think about what I'm saying. It gives you this temporary feel good because you expressed it. It gives you the emotional release because you was able to get it out of your chest. Complaining can make you feel better for that moment. You release pressure. Complaining, it helps you put words to frustration. It can help people understand what you are feeling. But if all you do is complain, nothing changes. The bills don't get paid because you complained about them. I'm trying to tell you right now. I had a car that I really wanted, and all I was doing, complain. Yeah, you don't think I had a repo before? Yeah. Man, I got a repo in front of family one time. Most embarrassing thing in the world. Boy, that was so embarrassing in front of them. Look, I was living in these apartments in San Antonio one time. Oh, my goodness. This was back in the day, boy. I did all that complaining, too. I did so much complaining. I complained about everything. And at that season of my life, I did more complaining than I was building. I did. Man, that boy came and picked me up, boy, I'm talking about in front of my family, in front of the whole hood. I run outside with a trash bag. That boy had me on the truck. You know, when they on the truck, it's over with. They on that truck, it's over with, you know. My cousin knocked on my door. I said, what's up, bro? He said, man, somebody got your car here. They got your car up on the truck. I said, what? I run out the house. See, complaining don't get them bills paid. No. The relationship does not heal between you guys because y'all complain. The boundaries. It does not get set because you complain. You can complain about it, but that wall does not go up just because you complain about it. You know this habit that you have? You got a habit, but that habit don't break just because you complain about it. I'm just saying. You know this business that you have, and you say you want to grow this business. You say, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that, and I have a dream to do this, but hey, that business don't grow because you complain. And many of you complain every day. Oh, this dress just don't fit me no more like it used to. I just don't feel comfortable with myself. I just don't feel comfortable with my toes out because they ain't done. I don't feel comfortable. Like I'm not. Bro be like, man, I don't even feel comfortable, dog. I just, like, man, I've been telling myself, bro, I'm going, it's crazy, man. I got this big belly, dog. But I don't eat drink though. It's crazy. I don't get it. I'm just, man, it's just like everywhere I go, I have to lift my stomach up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, the body don't change because you complain. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You gotta always hold your stomach up. I'm just saying. Sometimes that's one of the big. I heard a few things. I'm sorry. I heard a few things. I'm just saying, this be real life stuff. Y'all think I'm playing? I'm not playing. This be real life stuff. Woo! I'm not trying to banish it. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm talking about, we come on now. See, people get too sensitive and they be like, he just body shaming. Oh, shut up. This is, you can't handle no conversation if you can't handle this. The mind does not renew because you keep complaining. At some point, you need action. I gotta stop looking over here because every time I look over here, I be seeing people laughing and going on. You know what I mean? I'm tired. I'm trying to stay focused, you know? But at some point, you need action. Y'all won't cut it up. I ain't looking over there no more. At some point, woo, I appreciate you, Paris. Mindset. Yeah, your mindset don't change because you keep complaining. At some point, see, y'all, I'm trying. Look, I'm trying to leave this alone, but evidently I must have said something when I got the body. Boy, they were waiting. They was waiting, boy. You've been saying every year, I don't go to the gym because, it's too packed up in there. Girl, shoot. Them prices too high. Yeah, I'm just saying. Brother gonna tell me, man, I don't go to the gym, dog, because, man, when I went in the last time, shoot, man, they ain't clean the bathrooms good enough. I said, boy, you talking about the bathrooms. You don't go to the gym because you complaining about the bathrooms. Yeah, man, all of them. I'm just saying. We got to be real. You do all this complaining about your body, and you got body goals. And then you have the nerve enough to complain. I'm just saying, but you do nothing about it. You need a decision. You need discipline. You need a plan. You need a boundary. And things that you complain about, I gotta be honest, you need a conversation. You need accountability. You need to do something different, because complaining can become a real identity problem. It can. Complaining can really identify the problem. It can. But actions is what interrupt the path. I want you to write this down real quick. Real quick. I want you to write something down for me, please, real quick. All right, before we get to our next point. Complaining may identify the problem, but action is what interrupts the pattern. Yeah. I want you to tap that screen. We're going to do 30 seconds. Tap that screen. We at 289. I want to be at about 320 real fast. Our goal is 500,000 tonight. As a community, definitely, I haven't been on Sunday nights in a while, and so they making me pay for it tonight. So tap that screen for me. Tap that screen for me. And then we're going to get to point number 3. Tap that screen to me. For me. Definitely send those heart me's, they say. They say if I got to grow my community, I got to tell the people to heart me. Yeah. If you love what I'm saying, heart me. But point number three, let's get right to it. Some people do not want solutions, they want sympathy. Ooh, you're not gonna like me right now. I'm just gonna warn you. Some people, some people don't want solutions, they want sympathy. I'm just saying. This is where a lot of us, we gotta be honest. You gotta be honest, sis. Bro, you gotta be honest. Some brothers be the most, I'm talking about the most depressed. I be like, God, dog. This is where you got to be honest with yourself. Have you ever complained to someone and they gave you the real solution, but you found a reason why it would not work? They may have told you to set a boundary, and you know what you said? It ain't that easy. They may have told you, have the conversation you need to have, and you say, they won't even listen to me though. What if somebody tell you, they say, change your routine, and then you say, I really don't have time. Then some people, they'll say, ask for help. And then they say, nobody really wants to help me. They even tell you, look, oh, you got a business, right? Okay, bet. Start small, big dog. Then you say, bro, that ain't enough. At some point, it is not that there is no solution. Nope. It is that solutions require something from you. I'm just saying. Solution requires something from you. And sympathy feels easier. Because sympathy, it lets you stay where you are and still feel supported. Boy, I couldn't stand them people in school, boy, that want people to feel sorry for them. Walking around them open and stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You've been taught that sympathy is the way to go. But solutions require you to move. Solutions require you to change. Solutions require you to confront the part of you that keeps repeating the same pattern. And if we be real, some people do not reject the solutions because the solutions are bad. They reject solutions simply because the old version of them is not ready to be challenged. There's something in you that is not ready to be challenged. There is something in you that really, you're stuck in a stronghold. You want this sympathy. Write this down real quick. Some people do not reject solutions because they will not work. They reject solutions because they require change. In other words, they're not ready for the new them. They love the sympathy. People feeling sorry for you. There's people right now who's addicted to that. Oh, really, honey? I can't believe it. How long have you been dealing with it? Just 7 years. That's all, just 7 whole years. I'm just saying, yes. Yes, it was at some point. Some people really love sympathy. It's addictive. I wonder who I can get to feel sorry for me today. I'm going to go and complain, and that's going to become my lifestyle. Oh, you don't believe me, right? There's a great percentage of people who are on the side of the road. Ain't nothing wrong with them. There's a great percentage. Ain't nothing wrong with them. Nope. Now, you got something really wrong with them. But you think some of them out there holding that sign up ain't, some of them out there, they telling you straight what they doing. They love sympathy so much to where sympathy have became a job for them. Man, they was popping people left and right. Brother out there holding the sign up talking about, hey. And then they track him down, and he a regular person. That brother realized that sympathy will get you paid. I'm just saying, I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. Something to think about, ain't it? I want to get on to point number 4. Point number 4. Complaining, write this down. Complaining can become how you bond with people. What if sympathy is not what they are looking for? You talking about to the bum that's on the street? If it ain't sympathy, it's a job. I just said that some of them ain't looking for that. Some of them have a real issue and a real problem. But there's a great majority of them that is on side of that road. Believe it or not, they have learned that sympathy can pay. They ain't got to change. They ain't got to work on themselves. They don't have to do anything. They can become a professional beggar or a professional person who goes around and I know people who go from church. Well, I knew people in the one time of my life that will go from church to church to church to church, telling everybody about their sympathy and all of that, and they never changed. Ooh, I wish I can call a name right now. I got one family in mind right now. Oh my God. I wish I can call a name right now, but I'm not going to do that. I'm talking about the whole church committee knowing about this family. They go to that church looking for sympathy. They go to this church, but nobody ever changes. How long you been doing this? You become professional at it. I'm just saying. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it because that's wrong. I ain't gonna do it. Point number 4. Complaining can become how you bond with people. Now, I want you to pay attention with this because you may be in danger with the wrong friends if all you're doing is building friends that's built on complaining. You might not have the right friends in your life. Because when complaining, it can become how you bond with people. People call it trauma bond. That ain't no trauma bond. Sometimes it's a complaining bond. And this one is deep. This is one of the deepest parts of complaining. Some people don't realize they have built relationships around negativity. You have built a relationship around negativity. The bond that you have is over what is wrong. Listen to what I'm saying real quick. The bond is over what is wrong. You bond over who hurt them, and they bond over who they don't like. They bond over what is unfair in life. You bond over drama. Sometimes you bond with people over complaining. You do. So when peace shows up, they don't really know what to talk about. When growth shows up, one person, they reach out and they start growing, they start to feel disconnected. I want to take a real question right now. How many people have been in therapy and you have been changing? Now, I want you to answer this question. I want you to pay attention to what I'm getting ready to say. How many people have been in therapy, okay, and you have been changing, and the relationships that you built with people, it have been getting weak? Because when growth shows up, you start to feel disconnected. When growth shows up, you start really feeling disconnected. This is a real thing. You be like, baby, I've been in therapy. I've been growing. I ain't trying to talk about this every day. I'm working on me. Because therapy gives you a new growth. Therapy gives you growth, and growth, it shows up in your life, and it makes they feel disconnected. When solution shows up, some of your friends, they get uncomfortable with you now. Because now you have a solution and they don't. When someone starts healing, Yeah. They can feel that change. Because it feels like a person is changing on them because now you're healing. Because the relationship was built around shared pain, not shared purpose. Catch what I just said. That relationship was built around shared pain and not shared purpose. You have to be careful when the only thing connecting you to a certain person is a complaint. Because if the relationship only survives when you are both negative, the relationship may not be helping you heal. Two wrongs don't make a right. Two wrongs don't make a right. I'm just saying, two wrongs don't make a right. Write this down for me real quick. Be careful when the only thing keeping a relationship alive is having the same problems to complain about. Write that down. Write that down. I'm just saying, twin. I'm just saying, you know. Point number 5. Point number 5. I'm going to roll right into this. Point number 5. You cannot keep complaining about what you choose, what you keep choosing. You cannot keep complaining about what you keep choosing. You can't keep doing this. You are getting, your family getting tired of you. Your friends are getting tired of you. I'm getting tired of you. Everybody around you, is they getting tired of you. You cannot keep complaining about what you keep choosing. This gonna hit a lot of you. This gonna hit you hard because it's the truth. Because sometimes the complaint is real at first. You have a real valid point. But after a while, you have to ask, why do I keep going back? Why do I keep saying yes? Why do I keep answering? And why do I keep allowing it? Why do I keep practicing? Why do I keep participating and entertaining this stuff? You keep entertaining the same stuff you complain about. Girl, you know he ain't no good. But you can't wait to get with your little negative Betty so you can go to negative Betty and talk to her about him and y'all can talk to each other. I'm just saying. You keep complaining about the drama and you feeding it. You cannot keep complaining about disrespect if you refuse to set boundaries. Oh, no, she didn't. This can be in the business. This can be in corporate America. You don't want to set a boundary with somebody, but you keep complaining about the disrespect. She better watch how she talked to me. But you never had one conversation that said, hey, look, hey, I respect you as a grown person. And all I ask is you do the same, shawty, you feel me? Sometimes you got to go talk to people real and raw. Hey, you say this one more time, I'm just telling you, count your days. You know, you said it. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't do that. Woo! Don't do that. That's not what I'm telling you to do. Blessed is the peacemaker. But you got to set the boundary. All right? You got to set the boundary. You cannot keep complaining about being tired if you keep saying yes to everybody. I'm so tired. I keep running around. Stop. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. You're complaining and you're saying yes to everything. Yes to this and yes to that and yes to this. I don't want to hear that. Quit complaining. You said yes to this. You said yes to that on purpose. You can't keep complaining about being stuck in your life if you refuse to take the next step. You refuse to get real healing. You refuse to be consistent. I told you that your healing has to become louder than the complaint. You cannot keep complaining about what the environment is if you keep choosing to stay there. Every time you get on the phone, you talking about the environment. Oh, just stop it. Hear me clear. Some situations, they are complicated. They are. Some people cannot just leave overnight, and I get that. But some people, you just need a plan. You need a support. Some people really need safety, and some people need time. I get it. So this is why I can't be completely insensitive, because you don't know the situation. Everybody have different situations. But even when you can't change everything immediately, you can still change your response. Did you just hear what I just said? See, you thought you was going to get away. I know. You thought you was going to get away. You did. I know. You can still change your boundaries. You can be in that environment and you can still change your boundaries. You can change your preparation. You can change your attitude. You can change your plan. And you ain't got to keep feeding it. Write this down real quick before we go to the next one. Write this down real quick. Real quick. You may not be able to change everything today, but you can stop feeding the thing you keep complaining about. True story. True story. True story. True story. True story. What point we on right now? We on what we on? We on 7? What we on? What point we on right now? I see you, Sambo. We on 5. So we on 5 right now. What we getting ready to go to? Where we at right now? We on point. I just want to make sure you're paying attention, because some people don't be paying attention. I just want to make sure you're paying attention. I got you. Yeah. Point number 6. Let's see where we at with our likes tonight. Let's see where we at. All right, what I want you to do before we get to point 6, let's take 30 seconds. Let's tap that screen real quick. 30 seconds. Let's tap that screen. Do me a favor. If all 500 and something of us in here tonight, all right? If we can tap that screen for 30 seconds. For 30 seconds. For 30 seconds. All right. Let's see where we at right now. We at 374, 376. I want to get to 400K. 400K. Our goal tonight is 500K. As a community, we got to represent. You feel me? We got to represent as a community now. We got to come together. Yeah. Because this is therapy tonight. All that complaining, your healing has to be louder than it. Point number 6. Gratitude breaks the identity of a complaint. Gratitude breaks the identity of a complaint. Now, with this one here, I'm about to get ready to tell you how to destroy complaining. Okay? Gratitude breaks the identity of complaining. Now, please pay attention to this. Pay attention to this. A complaining spirit will make you blind to what is still good. Catch what I'm saying? You can have food and complain about the plate. You can have a place to stay at night and complain about the space. You can have people who love you for real and complain about what they don't do. You can have progress in your life and complain about what is not moving fast enough for you. You can even have another chance and complain that it ain't perfect. And when complaining becomes your identity, nothing is never good enough. Did you just hear what I just said? I told you, look, let me tell you something. This is what I teach. They say, Mark, how do I know what my identity is? You always tell me to find what my identity is. I tell you, your identity is what you believe, right? If your identity is what you believe, right? Then your identity is going to have patterns. If you complain over and over, and that is what you do in your life, I'm just saying, if you ever want to know if your identity have become complaining, just look at your patterns in your life. You start to say nothing in life is good for you. No man, no job, no nothing. You're just not satisfied with nothing. The blessing is not good enough for you. God can open up a real door for you that you ain't never seen, and it was okay. It's just still not good enough for me. The progress that somebody is really changing and going, and maybe it's you, and you say, look, it still ain't good enough. Sometimes you say, look, this opportunity, I understand. You say, I'm making 660 right now. Okay, so you telling me if I'm making 60, okay, so I'm gonna be making 80. That ain't really good enough. Your identity is you a real complainer. People come to you, their apology. People can come to you crying and their apology not good enough. People can help you. And this is what I don't like. You can be on your last dollar, and you can have a family member that may be on their last dollar, and they take a chance to say, you know what, I'm going to help you with my last. And you say that ain't good enough. Oh, that type of pain hit different. Oh, that type of pain hit different. That's when your cutoff game has to be strong. That's when your cutoff game has to be strong. Yeah. That help ain't good enough. When somebody is helping you with your children, it ain't good enough. When somebody is helping make your life easier, it ain't good enough. You find everything to complain about because it ain't good enough. Every door ain't good enough. Because a complaint, it keeps training your eyes. It keeps training your eyes what is wrong. Yeah. It does. Gratitude, what does that do? Gratitude trains your eyes to see what is still right. See, gratitude means you're thankful. How many on here you thankful tonight? Are you really thankful? See, gratitude does not deny the pain. Gratitude does not ignore problems. If you got gratification, just tap that screen, run those likes up. If you are grateful, run those likes up for me real quick. They say tapping is clapping. See, gratitude, it does not pretend that everything is perfect. Gratitude, it says this: even while I am working through this, I still have something to thank God for. I think you should take a moment right now. If you have been a complainer, I think you should take a moment right now and say this after me. Repeat this after me. Even while I am working through this, I still have something to thank God for. Maybe you should take this and maybe you should send this to somebody. Maybe you should send that to a friend, a family member, somebody you've been complaining to, so they can see that you are grateful. Maybe you have to tell yourself this. See, when you got gratification, you say stuff like this. You be like, even while I'm tired, I still have breath. You even tell yourself, you be like, even while I am waiting patiently, I still have a reason to keep going. I still have a reason to keep doing good. I am waiting, God. Even while I am changing, I am in the midst of becoming a new person. I am in the midst of healing. You can say, a person with gratification says, look, I can still recognize what is good. Write this down real quick. I don't want you to forget this before we get to 7. Write this down. Complaining, it trains your eyes to find what is wrong. Gratitude, it trains your heart to notice what is still right. Yeah. Point number 7. 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 Okay? This is the last point. This is the last point. Your life changes when your response changes. Your life changes when your response changes. Listen to what I'm saying. You may not be able to control everything that happened to you or that happens. You may not even be able to control what people do to you. You may not be able to control every day. You might not be able to control the delays and the disappointments, and you might not be able to control this hard season you may be going through. You may be going through a real hard season, and the truth is, just maybe, you can't control it. Yeah, maybe you can't control it. But you can work on your response. You can respond with discipline instead of an excuse. You can respond with boundary instead of resentment. You can respond with a plan instead of panic. You can even respond with gratitude instead of this constant negativity. You can respond with courage instead of avoiding things. I'm just saying, I'm telling you what you can do. You can respond with honesty instead of blame. Many of us, we get caught and we get stuck. We get stuck. We literally get stuck with blaming people, and we never respond with honesty. Because your identity, you have an identity of a complainer. You are an over-complainer. You're supposed to be an overachiever. You are an over-complainer. But you can respond different. See, your life changes when you respond differently. You say, you know what? I'm going to respond to the honesty. I've been allowing this. I'm not going to blame this person anymore. I've been allowing this. See, you can respond with movement. I'm going to move different. I'm going to do some different things. I'm going to change my attitude. I'm going to change my number. I'm going to change this way this person contact me. I'm going to change some things. You can change the response. See, changing your response is where your power starts coming back. You be like, Mark, how do I get my power back? Change your response. Are you listening? Because as long as you complain, you stay focused on what you can't control. Ain't no growth there. As long as you only complain, you stay focused on what you can't control. That be your focus. I'm just telling you in therapy tonight why you may be stuck right now. Your focus is on your complaining. It's focused on things you can't control. But when you change your response mechanism, you start taking authority over what you can control. I may not be able to control his mouth, but I can control what I tolerate. I may not be able to control this, but I can change my response. This is where real growth begins. This is where healing begins. Oh, you don't believe me, right? There's people right now that are on this live that have took their power back because they don't have the energy. They don't got the energy no more. They changed their response. When they would bark back, they don't bark back no more. They say, you know what? Just go ahead. You good. I'm healing. My energy, I have to change my response. I'm just saying, that is when the cycle starts to break. Not when everything changes around you, but when something changes in you. Did you just catch what I just said? If you want to break a cycle, quit focusing on what's going on around you. Focus when something changes in you. See, most things in your life and growth, all things come from within first. You want to clean a person up, start with the inside. The outside is going to follow what's going on the inside. That's why I can tell you, you can tell a person by the fruit they bear, by what they allow and what they do. And it tells you a lot about the type of spirit they got on the inside. Now write this down real quick. Your power comes back when your response becomes stronger than your complaint. Write that down. Write that down. Your power comes back when your response becomes stronger than your complaint. I want a moment for you to reflect, and I want you to be honest with me tonight. Don't lie. This is therapy session. Please don't lie. What have you been complaining about that you refuse to confront? Where have you been waiting instead of changing? Where have you been asking for sympathy but rejecting solutions? Where have you been bonding with people through negativity? If you ask yourself this question and you say this, what do I keep choosing that I also keep complaining about? What blessing have I been overlooking because I keep focusing on what is wrong? This happens a lot. This happens more than you know. You overlook real blessings because you focus on what's wrong. You focus on who don't love you. You focus on who don't want you. You focus on who ain't doing something for you. But have you ever focused on the blessing that you overlooking? What response do I need to change? What decision do I keep avoiding? What boundary do I need to set? What action do I need to take? This is not about guilt tonight. This is one of the laws in my book, right? This is about awareness. Because you cannot change a pattern you keep defending. And what is a pattern? What is a pattern? A pattern comes from what? A pattern comes from your identity. And where does your identity come from? It comes from what you believe. You can't change a pattern. You keep defending. What that means, in other words, you can't change your identity if you keep defending the pattern. I want to change. I want to change. If you want to change, I'm giving you the keys right now. Write this down real quick. Write this down. The moment you stop defending the pattern is the moment that you can start breaking it. It's the same as defending a lie. It's the same. You know what? I didn't release last night because, last night was Saturday night, and I didn't release last night. But tonight I want to release this. Because all of us got a little complaining in us. I do, you do. There's some things even in my life right now I find myself complaining about. And sometimes I have to catch myself, boy, quit all this complaining and focus on something different. Take this energy of you complaining and you put this energy on something that's going to bring you something back. So we can all be honest. We have to be right. Nobody is exempt from becoming a complainer. Don't be going to church singing this song, I don't complain, and you know you're going to be complaining. I'm just saying. I want you to repeat after me real quick. Real quick. Tonight, I want you to repeat after me real quick, just real quick. Get serious. I want you to get serious. Get serious. I don't want to laugh right now. I want to release this because many of us tonight, we have identity that's wrapped in becoming a real complainer. Some of us, we are over complainer. We complain about everything. Things that we shouldn't complain about. I'm not talking about the problems and the issues you have at work. I'm not talking about the issues that you have to talk about. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about things that is interrupting your healing. That's interrupting you from becoming a better person. That's interrupting you from becoming great. We got to release that. So repeat after me. Tonight, I release the identity of complaint. I release the habit of talking about problems without taking action. I release the comfort of staying stuck. I release the need for sympathy without responsibility. I release the fear of making a decision. I release the excuse that nothing can change. I release the habit of bonding through negativity. I release the mindset that always look for what can go wrong or what is wrong. I release the pattern of venting but never moving. I release the belief that pain gives me permission to stay the same. I release blame. I release excuses. I release bitterness. I release passive. I release the version of me that keeps complaining instead of changing. Tonight, I choose responsibility. I chose action tonight. I chose gratitude. I choose movement tonight. I choose discipline and accountability. I choose a better response. I choose to stop feeding what I say I'm tired of. I choose to become a person who moves different, not just talk different. Pause. I want to affirm, when you release things from your heart and you release things with your mouth, see, there's power in your mouth. There's power in this tongue. Life and death, it lies right here. What you say, what you speak. That's why many people say speaking is believing. And you have to know how to talk to yourself. You have to know how to say things out loud that can change who you are, that can change what you believe. Repeat after me. I am not my complaint. I am not my frustration. I am not my excuses. I am not my past. I am not stuck in this pattern. I can change my response. I can really make better decisions. I can take responsibility for my healing. I can express pain without rebuilding my identity around it. I can vent to people and still move. I can feel tired and still take the next step. I can be honest about what hurts without becoming negative about everything. I can choose gratitude. I can choose discipline. I can choose action. I can choose growth. I can choose courage. I can stop feeding what drains me. I can stop repeating what keeps me stuck. I can stop complaining about what I refuse to confront. Tonight, I receive clarity. Tonight, I receive responsibility. Tonight, I receive courage. I receive discipline tonight. I receive gratitude. I receive movement. I receive healing. I receive this reset. Pause. Let that settle in your spirit tonight. If you release that, take a moment, take a minute, tap that screen. I want to see them hearts going crazy tonight. If you release that and you affirmed and you got a chance to speak that from your soul, you got a chance to speak that from the truth that's within you, you got a chance to really be serious. I want you to hear me clearly tonight, really clearly. Complaining, it may explain what is wrong, but it will not build the next season in your life. It will not build what is next. Complaining not going to do that for you. At some point, you have to stop talking about it. You have to stop talking about the cycle and start breaking it. At some point, you have to stop complaining about the thing that you keep feeding. I'm just saying. At some point, you have to stop using pain as permission to stay the same. I know you want to change. I can feel that you want to change. I know you want to be healed. I know you want to reset, but you have to stop using pain as permission to stay the same. Stop rejecting solutions because they require you to do the work. They require you to change. Stop building your personality around what hurt you. You are more than what happened. You are more than the failures. You are more than the bad seasons. You are more than what's frustrating you right now. You are more than what's disappointing you right now. You are more than the complaint. Tonight, this is a simple reset tonight. If it bothers you, confront it. If it drains you, set a boundary. If it keeps repeating, study your response. If it is your responsibility, stop avoiding it. If you won't change, stop making the complaint your comfort zone. You telling everybody I really won't change and I really want, stop making the complaint your comfort zone, because your life, I'm telling you right now, your life will not change just because you can explain what is wrong. Everybody can explain what is wrong. Your life changes when your response changes. I want you to move different. I want you to choose different tonight. I want you to protect your peace different. And I want you to choose your healing over your complaints. This is your reset tonight. This is your reset. I definitely want to give a shout out to those who've been giving to me tonight. I appreciate you, Vera. I appreciate you, Shanice, April J, Mama Redskin. I appreciate you, Mia, Justine J, Della Stewart, T-Bird. I appreciate you, Stacy and Renine. I appreciate you. Tanisha, Monique, Ebony, Blessed, Crystal, Catherine, Misha Ellis, Jocelyn, I appreciate you. Yeah. Tonight was a great night. Now, I definitely want to appreciate those who have been purchasing my book, 21 Days to Reset. If you want a copy of this, the link is in the comments. All right? If you want a copy of this, I do sign all of my books. Okay? That's those that you don't get on Amazon. All right? I do sign all of my books. And I would love to sign a copy for you, but I do have other versions of the book available. You can get all three. You can get the audio book, you can get the signed book, and you can get the ebook. I have all three. And I want to thank you for coming to therapy tonight. I wanted to start our week off strong. I don't want us to go into this new week complaining. I don't want us to do that. You are better than the complaints. You have real energy in you. You have real deal things in you that need to be processed and that need to be built. And so I want to get you to a place, starting off this week where you wake up and you're grateful. I want to get you to a place this week where you wake up and you're satisfied that you have another chance and that you can